Good morning, YouTube, or I guess whatever time you're watching this at. Welcome back to Tori's World. I'm here today with a new video. I wanted to show you guys my custom axe, Viking axe. This is my take on a Dane axe, It's not technically a Dane axe because we'll get into a bit more detail in a little bit here about why that is. But yeah. So this is something that I ended up creating recently. I was in a little bit of a walk with my lady, and we were on the coast, and we were walking down by the beach and everything, and I ended up seeing this perfect piece of wood. I mean, it was just as perfect as it could be. You know what I mean, for an axe, as far as like a shaft would go. I instantly saw it and I was like, okay, well, this is either going to be made into a spear, a walking stick, or a long axe. And from my options, I figured, you know what? I know I got a beautiful axe head at home that's just waiting to be mounted on something. So let me go ahead and just make a nice axe. So I ended up taking that piece of wood home after that walk with my lady. We get to the house, a couple days go by, I get some free time off of work, and I decide I'm going to get into this project. Go to the hardware store, pick up a little bit of varnish, some sandpaper, a little bit of linseed oil, just some of the basics, you know what I mean, that you would use for this sort of project. And yeah, this is what I ended up coming up with. I'm about 6'4", and this thing comes right about to my chest height. So it's pretty good for me. The cool thing about this is actually a mammon axe head. It's kind of hard to see the detail, unfortunately, because of the lighting, but you can kind of catch it. This has that little silver inlay going on right there. This side also has it. It's a little beat up. You can tell I've had a little fun with it. But this axe head is actually a find that they found in Denmark in a grave, and it dates back to around 970 or so. And that's why I say wouldn't be considered a Dane axe, because the axe head itself, I believe it's a Peterson type, is what archaeologists refer to it as. But it's pretty much a single, it would have been intended back in the day, this axe head design, for single combat or more of an ornate status symbol for the inlay and the amount of detail and intricacy that comes into the design. So with that being said, this guy was originally mounted on, a smaller axe handle that I had, but I got the vision in my brain and I was just like, man, this would be great. So yeah, you got this guy right here. I did like a little bit of a darker stained wood finish on it. It still has some of the knots in there. And as far as it goes on like the actual wood, I didn't want to do too much to it. I still wanted to leave it with a natural look to it. Kind of like something that you would think of when you think of a Viking back in 970 or the year 1000 going out on a raid. Their piece is not going to probably look, like a modern type of axe design that we have, as far as it goes with the shafts, your handles, things of that nature. So I figured that this would be a pretty, cool way to try to get some realism into that aspect. And one thing I do love about the Dane Axe sort of design would be that, it's history behind it. You have the Vikings using it. You have the Varangian Guard, serving in the Byzantine Empire using that weapon in battle as a status symbol. I mean, they were deadly, fearsome weapons back in the day. Also in the Battle of Hastings, when William the Conqueror ended up fighting King Harold Godwinson and taking over England for centuries to come under Norman rule. So, there's a lot that goes into the idea of just wanting to create something like this. But yeah, she's a big piece, man. It's a nice piece. I'm really happy with it. It's a lot of fun to take out, swing around, bang some things up. I have a lot more weaponry as well that I would, love to do a couple more videos on. So I'll probably try to produce something like that and get that out sooner than later. I know I've got some spears, I've got some gladiuses, I've got some Viking Age design swords, a couple more axes. There's a lot to work with. So definitely we'll try to produce some of that content sooner than later for you guys. I really appreciate you guys viewing this video. Yeah, real big fan of this one. I mean, just imagine that thing coming at you. That thing's a beast. Absolutely awesome. Would love to hear a little feedback from you guys. Like, comment, subscribe, hype that video if that's something you might be into. I would really appreciate it. It would greatly help my channel grow, considering I'm still in the early stage of things. But yeah, I really appreciate you guys viewing this, and thank you so much for your time. Until next time.